welcome to Get on the Ark. My name is Darren Conrad. I'm the host, and I'm here with Kathy O'Brien, Mary Flynn O'Neill, and Tina and Basil Boz. I hope I said that right. And
yes.
Okay, great. And you're all kind of part of an organization with the Association of Recovering Children. And we'll start, Kathy, kind of with you. Give us a little bit about your background and
Yes,
well,
thank you. Thank you. This is a wonderful opportunity to get this pertinent truth to light. My name is Kathy O'Brien. I'm a survivor of CIA MK Ultra mind control. I was used on a White House Pentagon level. I was deep in the swamp among perpetrators who steal elections and use drug and human trafficking across open borders to fund their globalist agenda. And they also have been using blackmail operations to hold each other in line because they don't trust each other either. So this child sex trafficking, the blackmail operations have been going on my whole life. I was used in those as a little child, growing up in Muskegon, Michigan, back in the early 1960s. And I have waited a lifetime for people to stand up and take action against this atrocity that's been going on behind the scene for so long. Now that this truth has come to light, people are finally taking action. Awareness is a first step towards positive, necessary change. Knowledge is our defense against this kind of manipulation of children in our society. And I'm so happy to be here with Tina and Boz and with Mary Flynn O'Neill. And there's just so many who are taking a stand now. And this is our time for the children's sake.
Welcome. Thank you, Kathy. And Mary?
Well, I am Mary Flynn O'Neill, and I'm the executive director of America's Future. It's an 80-year-old organization this year, 1946. It's a very historical legacy of an organization that many entrepreneurs, writers, and military men and women began to tell this country about communism that had infiltrated in 1946. Actually, before that, but in 1946 is when they really started to get organized to warn the American people about the infiltration of communism and the threats. And so we have taken it over in 2021 after Phyllis Schlafly had it. And my brother, General Flynn, Michael Flynn, is the chairman. And one of the arms that we have in this organization is Project Defend and Protect Our Children. And this is a nation-wide initiative. And we are very, very honored and blessed to have Boz and Tina, the ARC, Association of Recovery Children, work right alongside as partners and just, educating the public, giving them the tools they need to kind of fight through these crimes against children. They're an amazing organization of historic value themselves in this country. So very honored. Tina and Boz are the best there is.
Wow. So, thank you, Mary. And Tina, tell us a little bit about how you guys started the ARC.
Yeah, so my husband, Basil Boz, is going to be in that seat in just a couple of minutes, but he's the founder and president of ARC, Association for the Recovery of Children. We've been in existence for 34 years, rescuing missing, exploited, trafficked American children domestically or anywhere they're taken in the world. So we have a long track record. We're probably the oldest, I think we're the oldest child rescue organization in the United States. So my husband will talk a little bit more about his background, but he's former CIA Special Operations, former military, and began rescuing children in 1993 when he was still in the agency. He started to witness exploited children in some of the war zones where he was, and came back to the United States just compelled to rescue children out of particularly abuse and trafficking that he was seeing around the world. So I am the Counter Human Trafficking Program Director for ARC. I've been 12 years specializing in sex trafficking, domestic sex trafficking in the United States. I've worked well over 500 cases, and we have 100% success rate in that every kid that we've gone after, we have brought home. We work with all manner of nonprofits and people who are action oriented in this field with survivors. I have hundreds of survivors that help me with cases as well. And then we do have good connections with good people who are in government positions, in departments and law enforcement who are trustworthy and vetted. So that is a little bit about us. Basil Boz is just stepping into the car, and can you talk a little bit about your background?
Yes, I can. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Boz, how are you?
Thanks, guys. Thank you for having us. I'm a civil graduate, former captain, United States Marine Corps, former CIA Special Operations, Ground Range Officer, and the founder of the Association for the Recovery of Children, which is, did you tell them?
Yes, I told them about us. Yes.
So that's where I am, and we're blessed to be on the advisory board with Mary for America's Future Little Flowers in their anti-trafficking initiative here in the United States. And I'm just a guy who likes going downrange and saving kids.
Thank you. Well, welcome everybody, and it tears my heart. Like for most people, I had no idea that this was as big as it is. The more I've watched, I've realized that this is horrific. What's happening across our country? Almost 500,000 kids, 500,000 children are taken every year, or missing. And wow, thank you for what you do. So tell us a little bit about the direction or what to inform people, because most of us, we just don't know. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So just like most commodities in America, we acquire a commodity and we sell or resell a commodity so that people can make money. And so, you've heard the biblical term that it's not money that's evil, but it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. And so children have become a commodity that is reusable, far more than drugs, far more than weapons, far more than any expendable commodity, for, simply because you can sell you a little child over and over and over and benefit from that. So earlier on, when we started doing this 33 years ago, we looked at just pretty much the average perpetrator on the streets, the average pimp. But over the course of time, we've come to discover that it's a far more sophisticated industry than we could have ever believed, and that there are global networks and global influencers that benefit through the sale of children. And the profit is not only through laundering, but it's through pornography and harvesting, and just the list goes on and on and on. So, like any well-organized and syndicated crime industry, they go to great lengths to protect their resources. They go to great lengths to protect their commodity. And so what we're all, the people that you have on here today, we all know this, what we're experiencing is the fact that they will do just about anything to make sure that their business model is not disrupted. That means corruption at the highest levels and paying off people to look the other way. That means assassinating people who get in the way. That means destroying people's bank accounts if they get in the way. That means, and the list goes on and on and on. Anything that you could imagine that you yourself would do, and in such an evil way to make sure that your business continued to flow, not only here in America, but across the globe. A lot of those names are going to surface here soon with things that Tulsi Gabbard is doing on levels when she's talking about treasonous acts. But these people, many of these people, have had their hands in the world of child sex trafficking as well.
Wow.
Yeah, it's exciting times to live in, really, for us, for all of the. I mean, especially Boston, Tina. They've been right on the. I mean, they're on the ground. They're bringing the kids home. They're going into the dangerous, going up against the dangerous people, the things that they see, and this is very important that people understand that this is in every community now. I mean, these kids are everywhere. These children, the crimes against children are from the sexual abuse, but the physical abuse, the grooming, the whole thing. And the country's been groomed, like we know, to change children, to change them into a different whole evil way. So it's not like there's no time for anybody to say they don't know what's going on around this country or around the world with child trafficking or child crimes, I say, because it's there's too much information out there now. It's even mainstream now. We're coming into a really special time here with some of the exposing that's going on, and it's coming, and people better wake up.
Right on. So I feel like there's been a collaboration or like that we're organizing the good side, and so what can we do to help support you guys, to help, or what do we do?
Well, a couple things. We're at a stage where we're starting to see the build out of a coalition of NGOs and people like all of us that have here, where we realize that all of us need to force multiply now. There was a time when people weren't aware, so there were few of us out there doing things, and doing most of it under the radar because we just didn't know what the opposition looked like at that time. Now we have a really good view of what the battlefield looks like, and so we can become a little bit more strategic with that. One of the things we have to do, and Mary mentioned it, is starting in the community levels. So the audience should never expect the federal government to take care of this situation.
That's right.
This is happening in your backyard. And as I say sometimes when we're at speaking engagements, this grass is growing in your backyard. It's your responsibility to cut it. So in order to do that, you need to be educated and you need to be trained to understand what the AO or the area of operation looks like and what you're up against. It's not enough to be aware any longer. We have the power. We, the people, have the power to literally protect our nation and literally go out there and rescue the children that are having are being sexually abused, or as Mary put it, these are the crimes against children in our country. So one of the things we do, we have a course. It's a Fight Child Sex Trafficking Equipping course. We only have the ability to run about 6 of them per year. And what it does is it's not an awareness course. It teaches you how to literally, the A to Z's, how to go out and not only spot child sex trafficking or crimes against children, but what you can do operationally to literally, either by yourself or with a police partnership, go out and actually start rescuing these children in your community. It's intense. It's 6 days. And this is what we have to do now. We have to start building up this army. Otherwise, they're not going to get rescued. They're not going to get rescued. The government, and God bless them, and I'm so grateful that 47 and Tom Homan and Christie and Tulsi and all these people are kind of in the fight at some level, including Bobby Kennedy. They're all doing the best, but the reality, and we knew this historically, is that they work within a bureaucracy.
Yeah.
And so they're anchored, in red tape. And people like America's Future or other organizations, or all of us, or Kathy, or whatever, we're here. Guess what? We stand on our constitutional right to go save our country. And there's nobody in this country that can ever prevent us from doing that, particularly government. And if government tries to stop you from doing it, then it's the wrong government in place. And we saw that with the Biden administration. Okay. So what we also try to do is encourage people to understand their rights under the Constitution, so that they understand that if the country is to be taken care of, we, the people, have to take care of that country.
That's right.
If you wait for Washington to do it, then what you deal with are the ups and downs of corruption and negotiations and compromise with almost every political figure in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So if and then this is not a political issue. That's the problem. They want to make it a political issue, and for we who are here, it's not a political issue. It's very simple. Just like Mary said, it's crimes against children.
That's right.
I want to say one thing more about the course, though. It is not just for rescue operators like Boz. The course also covers prevention. So, how can we get into schools and communities? How can we train up our nursing community, the people in the hospitals and the ERs? Anybody who has interaction with kids or the ability to see kids, people that work in schools or after school programs, you have the ability to see some of the vulnerabilities that are in kids who are being exploited. So the course is for everyone from every walk of life, not just former military, law enforcement. It's for everybody.
Yep, that's right. That's right. It's great. I mean, many of my staff have taken it. I mean, we had a great, these guys go around the country, and, building advocates for children is a really big deal. And that's one of the things that this, really does. I mean, we really need people to step up to the plate and take care of kids, because our government is not going to do that. We've already seen the mess that's going on, any of the foster care system and all the system, the CPS system, the family court system. It's an absolute mess. And before these children were missing from out of the country, there were over 400,000 children missing out of foster care. So this country is buying and selling children at a rapid rate, the most in the world. This is it. This is our country. This is a very bad, dark stain on this country. We gotta change that. Absolutely. So we need help from the people, the grassroots, to get them educated.
And the next course is November 17th through the 22nd.
We have a course in Minneapolis next month in September, and then we have a course in Madison, Wisconsin in October, and Venice, Florida will be in November. Kathy O'Brien is actually going to be instructing on one of the days there. So telling her story and talking, educating people on how to spot victims of MK Ultra. That is still going on, whether or not people choose to believe it. That kind of mental programming that is abusing children generationally is still happening. So yes. Kathy will be involved in training as well.
Yeah, I'm looking very much forward to that, because there's so much ignorance that's been deliberately put out there for a long time. I've been speaking out for over 35 years on MK Ultra, mind control, human trafficking, and healing from it. I'm so fortunate to have survived my ordeal on a White House Pentagon level, seeing where all the roots of corruption are planted. But not only that, to have healed, to be able to reclaim my free thought, free will, soul expression, my strength of spirit, my ability to start standing up and making a difference for others. Because the good news in all of this is that what happens to us in life is not who we are. Who we are is still within us, and it's divinely protected. These little children can reclaim their freedom. They can reclaim their ability to live the love they are, to be able to live their joy again. And the ways for reaching that point in healing are birthright information. We've been blessed with this capability all along, with the most resilient body, mind, and spirit. So I'm so fortunate to have survived, reached this point, and be able to share that message, that as we're finally waking up to the reality of how our children are being targeted and sexualized and trafficked to the point where it's become one of the most lucrative businesses in the world, we need to know what to do about it. And that, again, knowledge is key. And how fortunate for me to have been able to heal, thanks to Intelligence Insider Mark Phillips, who is working the highest levels of intelligence, mind sciences, to preserve the sanctity of free thought. And he saw what was going on. He saw the corruption permeating our government. He saw the blackmail operations going on. He saw child sex trafficking. He was bound by laws of sedition, but he decided to do something about it and took action. There's so many good people in all levels of government and all the various agencies in all walks of life. There's good and bad in everything. And it's up to each and every one of us to wake up, to remember who we are and why we're here, and take action right where we are, because the children can't wait for this corrupt system to clean up. They need us to take action now. And we're dedicated to equipping people with the knowledge that empowers them to effectively help and protect children going forward.
Yep. Amen. So recoveryofchildren.com is the website, and you can go look at the
the courses. Yeah, the courses are all listed on recoveryofchildren.com. And that is where you'll see where we're going to be having the trainings. And then you can click on any of those courses to see a very detailed outline and instructions on how the course runs. We do have our main website is recoveryofchildren.org, which talks about our particular organization and what we do. With students who take the course, our goal is to plug them in to operations that are going on, not just with ARC, but with organizations all across the country. So our goal actually, wherever we go, is to plug them into organizations that are already at work in their area. We're not recruiting people for ARC. We're recruiting people to get involved at what is going on in their area. So with Venice, Florida, America's Future will be represented there. We already have 2 groups of alumni that are working rescues in Southern Florida. So we're super excited, but that's the goal really, is to get a grassroots movements moving everywhere in every state in the country. And our partnership with America's Future is just really facilitating that.
Well,
okay, awesome. Well, I guess just a final thought or closing. Go to recoverthechildren.org.
Recoveryofchildren.org or recoveryofchildren.com is about the courses.
And so the course, it's 6 days, you said?
Yes.
Walk us through a little bit about the course.
Okay, so day 1 of the course, we teach on the bad guys. So it's who's doing what, where to abuse children and why, what they're getting out of it. We talk about all the stuff that people call like conspiracy theory, but we are approaching this from evidence-based information, first-person witnesses, hard evidence. So we are basically opening everyone's eyes and changing the worldview. So many people are not willing to change their worldviews. So we basically confront that and say, this is the truth about what is going on in the world of child abuse, satanic ritual abuse, generational abuse, elite pedophilia, all of these different types of trafficking, and also gang cartel trafficking. Like, we cover all of it. Day 2, we talk about the good guys. So what efforts are working? What organizations are out there? What intervention? What awareness programs? What is really working to change, to move the needle, to start saving kids and making people aware in every community, making parents and teachers and all the good people in the world aware of what's going on and what to do. Wednesday and Thursday, we talk about victimology. Kathy's going to be teaching on Wednesday, which we cover like, how does a person get born and become broken, vulnerable? How are those vulnerabilities exploited to a point where this person will do anything they're told? And even when they have an opportunity to escape or get away, they won't. And if they get free, they run back to their captor. Like the mental handcuffs is really what we focus on, because that's where most trafficking victims wind up, in mind control. in all these different levels. And then Thursday, we talk about undoing that. So how do you undo the mental program? How do you liberate someone from all these forms of bondage and the threats and the coercion? We end the day talking about trauma recovery. This is like amazing because people don't think it's possible, and it really is. And Kathy is a testimony to that. Friday and Saturday, do you want to talk about those?
Yeah, Friday and Saturday. Friday we start helping people build out their NGO, everything that's required for their table of organization. We talk about mitigating liability, what's actually needed to get you and get your organization started and on the ground. And then we go into some surveillance, counter surveillance. We teach some tradecraft. We require everybody that attends the course to sign an NDA because of the tradecraft we teach. We don't want the bad guys knowing what we do. And then on Saturday, we roll them into an operations order, teach them how to put an operation together. We give them scenarios where they and their team, after we've divided them all up, actually have to go into the field and actually rescue a child, so to speak. Tabletop exercise. And then they brief the entire class on their operations order and how they would have done it successfully or fallen on their sword. At the end of that day, of course, we hand out certificates of training, and then everybody goes home.
Yep.
All right, thank you. It definitely, something that we need to get equipped and attend one of these events. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to be at the one in Venice.
Good. That's great.
That'd be great.
So that's awesome.
That's
Well,
great.
I'll promote this and share it, and the more people we can get this to, the better. So
Thank you.
Any final thoughts, Mary?
Oh, just that, this is, real stuff that, the other thing too about ARC and Boz and Tina is, these guys are in the field. So, they know criminals are always changing, right? They're always trying to stay ahead of the game with the law enforcement. And of course, unfortunately, law enforcement, I believe, they're not trained enough in this and they need more training. But, these guys they know what the newest tactics are, the newest, ways they're beating down the law enforcement. So it's very important to stay educated and get trained by the ARC training. This training is extremely important. It's given us a real foundation for this project, Defend and Protect Our Children. All of them have learned so much from this course. So it's really important.
Thank you, Mary. Kathy, any final thoughts?
Yeah, people are always wanting to know, what can I do? Well, they can, open their eyes and arm themselves with this pertinent information, because this is going to make all the difference for the children. It's going to make all the difference for future generations. And this is the formula that works. It's been around a long time. And it's a lot of knowledge going into this. It's up to we the people. It's up to all of us to start taking action now, and here's how we take action.
Tina, Basel, what type of who are you looking to bring to this training, or what type of people are you looking for to help? I think I know the answer, but I'm putting it out there because it's for anyone, right? I think we might have lost you.
Frozen. What do you need? What do you need, Darren? You need.
So what type of people do we want to bring to these to come to these trainings?
Serious people. I mean, I'm not, this is no joke. We don't want, they're going to get a background check anyway. So, we're not messing around with people that, are not serious about this stuff. So,
right.
We've already been in an economy. Look where we are. We're at the worst it's ever been. I mean, the highest level of missing children, the highest level of criminal activity, the highest level of buying and selling of children. We were only going to deal with people that are serious. I'm not dealing with anybody that's, not serious about this. So don't come in here looking to, be an operative and against us or any of that. This is truly about rescuing and saving children's lives, and we are not messing around with it. I will make sure of that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys being on the show and sharing.
Thank you, Darren.
Yep.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.